SEMA's coming up. I've got a new idea. We've never done anything like this. We'll see what happens.
What did you buy?
What do you think of this thing?
I'm loving the steel wheels.
It's definitely a base.
Tell me we're changing that.
We're gonna change a couple things. It's gonna be cool. I wanna do the old school wheels on it. I'm thinking like a 90s style build with like white, teal, pink.
You talking like the bright, neon, bright colors?
Super bright, gaudy. Something that would have been built in like 98 to 2000. We'll make it look good.
Oh, let's not be tasteful.
So the Ford Bronco's been around since 1966. They were cool back then, they were small. Then they evolved into a OJ sized Bronco, and we've all seen that one, and I had one, and I enjoyed it. But they came out with this new design. I like it. The one I ordered is ugly as sin, but we're gonna wipe all that off, and we're gonna make it as cool as we can. You know, tradition, I mean, I just got it from across the street. Those guys treat us right every time, so I guess we can see if it does a burnout and pull it inside and start tearing it apart.
Well, we gotta tear it apart before we tear it apart.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Let's try to break it. Whoa.
A little. See if it's got enough power for 37s that I want to put on it.
You're gonna need a bigger turbo.
Maybe a couple. It just stops you from having fun.
Gonna drop it in from reverse?
Mm-hmm.
We got a little smoke that time. Do it again, bigger, bigger. We're getting there. Oh yeah, now you want to break loose and play.
Yeah, right. Got a little sketchy there for a minute. I hope we got that.
I'm not worried. SEMA won't wait for us. Can't wait to get this Bronco in here, get it tore apart so we can get that 90s nostalgia look on it.
Well, we almost had fun with it.
I mean, we had a little fun.
Yeah, it was okay. The burnout was weak. We won't talk about the burnout. Let me grab that rendering real quick. I'll show you what my plan is. Here's the plan. What do you think of that?
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
So we got the teals, the pinks, even gonna do like a chameleon window tint. So it's all shimmery and changey, and we'll accent everything with teal. Having Mike Curtis build some one-off wheels for it. And I wanna do round lights instead of that light bar. I want it to look like the old school stuff.
Cool,
So,
I like it.
I think we have the lights, so we'll grab those if you wanna take them back there, prep them.
Okay.
Talk about the colors we want to do and all that stuff. So let's go back here and grab that. So here's the stuff that has came in. We got WeatherTech sent us some awesome molded floor mats. Max Lighter sent us the lift kit for the front and rear. It's a 4-inch lift, so that'll allow us to run 37, 38s on this thing and make it look like an actual off-road vehicle. And then we got these big things.
Oh, those things are huge.
Remember the old KC lights that used to go above the window? We're doing that, but what I want to do is I want to color match the back, the brackets. I'm thinking do this pink and this little thing in there, do that teal.
Okay.
And then we'll put it all back together, put it on there, and that way it matches the whole build. So
sounds good to me.
I'd say start running these back there, get these painted. Got the light bar built, so I think that's probably about ready for paint. So
Okay.
yeah,
We can do that.
cool. I'll let you know when more parts come in.
I'll let you know when they're done. Those things are gonna be bright. 35 minutes later, we made it back. There. So let's see how these things come apart. Well, honestly, I think it's one of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. I know the motor it has in it is, I know it's a 4-cylinder, but it has the capability of quite a bit of power. We put it in the Saab back in the day, so that's kind of fun. It's so nice having everybody under one roof, not having to load a car on a trailer, take it across town, over railroad tracks, waiting on weather. Or it's been nice, real nice. So white, pink, and teal, huh? That's a color combination I never thought I would hear come out of Justin's mouth. Fancy. Now I just got 6 more to take apart, prep, tape up, and then get them painted.
Oh, look at that. If you guys don't know Max Slater, they've been in the Bronco game for quite some time. They've done some really cool old ones, new ones. They're just good people. Hey, there is destructions. Insert stuff there. Make Bronco go in air. Sweet. Hey, arms. Those are beefy. There you go. Have fun.
Thanks.
Adios,
Thanks,
amigo.
buddy.
So I've been working with Russ for a long time. He's always came down here and there to give us a hand. Now we're fortunate enough to have him on full-time staff, and he's here working every day.
Make sure I don't break anything. Time to have some fun. So I'm sure that's what it's gonna be. I guess we'll get some tools and get started. Other than this, a lot of it's just spacers. Your upper control arms. We'll replace that little thin one with this heavy one. So we'll end up tearing all this apart, pulling this down, taking the strut out, removing the bolts so we can pull that out and install this. And then there'll be some adapters in here because this is going to change your alignment. So there's fittings that go in there that'll actually help put that back in the right angle. So we'll tear all this stuff apart, and then once we have the strut out, we'll pull the strut apart, take it all down, knock off the caps. We'll put spacers in here, rotate the top, put it all back together again, put it back in with the new spacer on the top and bump stops down inside so it can't overcompress. Most of it's actually pretty easy. The strut is the bad part, just because of the potential energy that they store and the chances of bodily harm. No luck. They make a tool for doing that, but it works. I'm not much of a Ford person. I like the old Broncos, like the old Broncos. These, I guess these just haven't grown on me yet. Maybe they'll get there. Sure, it'll be a fun little vehicle. Especially with the lift on it, some tires, you can actually clear something. Next one should be the ball joints. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just got to call in backup to get some of this stuff apart. There we go.
And boom goes the Bronco mite.
Perfect.
It's time to make final color decisions. That way we can make that color really pop behind those 38-inch tires.
Do you have to pull these coils out of the struts?
Yeah, they have.
So let's paint them teal. Let's paint the A-arms pink. Sure. And then since we're taking, let's do that.
Yeah, they all four got to come apart, so.
Okay, so it's not going back together today, sorry.
My bad.
One ball joint away, you want to paint the knuckles too? Man, now I got to take off even more stuff. It's going to look like a freaking rainbow underneath here.
So the guy's got the light bar ready for the Bronco. This will sit up above the windshield and hold those 5 lights that I just tore apart. We're gonna go hang this in the booth, get it degreased, blown off, and get some sealer and some paint and some clear on it. Get it to match the Bronco. Say hi to Harold. Hi, Harold. Hi, Harold. So we got the brand new building, all the different sections of the building. So had to have a new paint booth. 18-foot wide, 40-foot long. No more small, tight areas trying to get all these bigger cars to fit into places and being worried about running into the walls or bugs, all that fun stuff. So go put that gun together and get some sealer mixed up. I'll throw it in the paint shaker for a couple seconds. That's enough of that. That's annoying. Let's go see if we can do this.
We're gonna pull the dust shield off. I can't really call it a skid plate. Keeps the mess out of the engine bay. And then we're gonna pull the front bumper, remove the upper control arms. I have to undo the steering column down by the A-arm to get the bolt out. The bolts are kind of long and they won't come out unless you clear the column out of the way. Boy.
Doesn't feel like there's much of a bumper here.
No, it's a lot of plastic. These I gotta take, I gotta get these all blown apart. They're all marked. They line up and then I scrap the top. So we get those apart and then you can paint whatever you gotta paint on them.
We're painting the coils. The spring itself will be that teal color, so they'll really stand out behind the rims. This is what's gonna go on the rims. These colors that you see, minus the yellow. We didn't really care for the yellow, so give it that retro splatter look and just kind of be fun to play with. So
Take these intrusion bars out of here. Tires are pretty large, so I guess watching my dad do it when I was a kid and then helping. And then never really had a lot of new fancy cars, so it's a lot cheaper to learn how to do the work yourself. but they're trying pretty hard to make it so you can't do that anymore. When it's done, like if you're working on something for a customer and they've had a lot of problems, or they've taken it to a lot of places and got a bad deal, or haven't been able to get something figured out and fixed, and then you finally get it back to them and it actually works like it's supposed to and they can enjoy it finally. That's usually the best part, because they're pretty grateful for it. They kind of forget about the cost when they finally get it back and it works. I've always just kind of worked on stuff. I always helped the neighbors out and stuff. Some of the neighbors wondered if I just lived in the garage, because that's where I was all the time. Definitely pink.
Those will stand out a little, huh?
Just slightly. We try to get to those upper control arms now. That's gonna be fun. Why would they be the same size on both ends? That would make too much sense. Now, this is why they didn't show that in that other video. That's why the other side we have to remove the steering column. And there's one. You just lay it down out of the way after you get it apart. There's two. Oh boy, this will be interesting. So the sway bar mount is stopping the lower rear bolt from coming out. You don't need no sway bar for off-roading anyway. Now we get other people, because it's a bit heavy. I'll have the bolts loose on that one.
At least it's only one bolt, but it's still, suck.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
We've got the new upper control arms all painted. We'll get them thrown in. It's definitely bright. You're definitely gonna see them behind those big 38s. Got the spindles painted a nice bright blue to go with them. The coil springs for the struts are gonna be painted a pretty bright purple color, so they'll all kind of go with the theme and definitely stand out. We get the lowers and throw the lower in. We'll get these fender flares off of here so we get those back to paint. if you look underneath here, there's thumb latches to release all this, and then there's a couple like push clips that hold them into the fender. And I guess just hope you don't break any of the little clips that are holding them in. And there we go. It's always nice. Some more Bronco parts for you, Ziggy. It's only a little bit of sand and mud underneath them. We got all of our lights assembled and our hardware laid out. We got the light bar from the body shop. We can get the lights installed and get ready to put it on the vehicle. Yeah, I would definitely drive it around. It's gonna have a pretty nice look with the big 38-inch tires on it and kind of a retro color scheme. It's not something you see every day running around the road. Probably have to fight Justin to drive it though. Just gonna snug the hardware up. That way we can adjust the lights to where we need them. See what they look like. They look pretty nice together, don't they?
That's pretty but I love it.
I like them.
It's just different.
We'll get the wiring harness made up for them and then get them mounted on the roof.
Yep. You get Harold to glue them on, and then they can put the grill on the Bronco.
I'm going to lightly sand the back sides of these and in the area where the letters are going to go so that we get a good mechanical adhesion plus chemical adhesion.
Make sure you get it centered. You only have one shot, one opportunity. Put it in your beard.
There you go. And once we get this done, we're going to need to turn it over so that I can put some inside the little holes here. Acts like a plug so it'll hold it in place. You don't want these falling off in the car wash.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Whoosh. Fill it in, make sure it's like a little plug, like a rivet head.
Seriously?
Part of the fun of working here is also setting up booby traps to the people you work with.
Gross.
I wasn't expecting you to make an armrest.
Well, neither was I.
All right, now we just let that set and we'll be good to go. As long as you don't put your arm in it again.
Shut up.
So we got the strut assemblies. We got a few done already. This one's loose, but we'll knock it apart so you can see how the spacers go back on here. You need to make sure you mark the body. The spring is also marked and the top cap is marked. On the front, when you put this back together, the hat on the top has to be turned 180 degrees from the original position. So make sure everything's marked before you take it all apart. Move the strut washer. Take the cap off. The spring seat. So this is the original boot. It has the factory bump stop already in it. This is the preload spacer. So add your preload spacer in. You want to make sure you seat it down there. If you can't just tap it down, you can put the spring seat on and use that to drive it down the rest of the way. This one went down pretty good. When you reassemble this, make sure you line up your marks. That way the spring rotation is the same as it was when it came off. Slide that back on and down. Seat all the way down there again. Bump stop. And put your strut washer back on. That's it, and you'll be able to slide your spring on. If you look, you can start to see, but there's a mark on the top and there's a mark on the bottom. And we just line these up, we put it in, and we'll put the top hat on, 180 off, compress it, bolt it in, put our spacer on the top with the modified bolts coming through the top, and put it back in the vehicle. Our spring compressor doesn't have big enough hardware to go around these coils, so we have to get an upgraded one. So in lieu of waiting for that to get here, we'll just run them to the dealership and have the dealership compress them and put the nut back on the top. There's a lot of stored energy in there, so you don't want to mess around with something that doesn't fit right, because it potentially could be really, really bad and cause a major injury. So. Time to get the struts into place, and it's a lot easier to torque these caps down with a second hand. So Corey's gonna come in and give me a hand holding them in place so we don't scratch any of the paint.
So you want a rear?
Yep.
Tilt it towards you so you can see.
Well, just to drop on.
There it goes.
Look at that. So we cut these studs on the original cap to make sure they were below the top of the spacer cap. Otherwise they would rub in the spring pocket and squeak.
No squeaking.
Well, normally I'd have you lay this down, but I don't want to scratch the springs any more than I have to.
Well, that doesn't help at all.
No, so I don't know if we can.
Try it like this.
There she goes.
Needs to go down just a little bit more. There it goes. Go ahead. I grew up with Justin. We had a lot of fun as kids. When we were little, we always loved to work on cars and stuff like that. Justin gave me the opportunity to come on board and work with him and build these cool cars. It's amazing. It's a dream come true. Mucho easier to hold. It rotated.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No.
That's gonna suck. We're gonna have to get it turned back somehow. So let's go get it hung in there.
Alrighty.
So,
And just so you know, the wrench is in my back pocket.
nice. Just so you know, I grabbed a second wrench so I didn't have to reach into your pocket.
This one if you wanted this one.
Oh, at least it's out of your pocket. It's probably warm.
Yeah. Heated.
As Only nice in the winter. It's kind of creepy in the warm weather. Maybe.
Oh, I think we got a winner. You see it? Try to pull it out.
I think just the spring rotated. Yep, sure did. This whole thing will have to turn.
The plastic in the middle? Or just a
Yeah,
plastic?
this is all one piece.
Okay.
You'll have to turn it this way so it butts up against the spring. Avert your eyes, Phil. You don't want to see this. Yep, that did it.
Did?
Yep.
Game on. Like a glove.
Tie rod will connect here.
Ah, very nice. Yep. Ugh.
Just want to try to hold it a little bit.
No, I think it's enough. Turn. There it goes. Yeah, all kinds of pretty colors.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
It does look good under there, though. I like it.
She's different.
Yeah. We should do it to your Nova.
How about new?
Wow.
Occasionally, like boat place, you know, they just go.
I can have glitter and everything too. Bring it in. I ain't got nothing to do this weekend.
How does it feel to be famous and be on TV?
Just talking to you, Phil. Last time I checked, we're not on TV.
Just some content for Phil to watch at home.
Probably could have marked these, huh?
Yeah,
Want to play the guessing game?
that's a front one. This one's a back one. I know for sure. I know it goes on this one, I think.
So this would be this guy.
Think of pink and you think of what? Think of pink and the sweetness of friendship and laughter. Oh, think of pink and you'll always have.
Ooh-wee. Looks like a Flintstone mobile. It's nice to finally see it coming together.
We can lower it down, figure out how to get that grill out of there, put the new grill in, stick the bumper up there, put that pink skid plate on.
Probably these.
Just pulls out, right?
Might.
Looking at the one that's on the ground, it looks like it just.
Oh man. That was
The
scary.
corners go so good.
So scary. Ah. These look like there's torques under here. Right here. I'm putting a cold air and a blow off valve on it.
Not that I know of.
Oops.
I think we're gonna rip that out and put a 6.2 LS in it with a supercharger.
That'd be fun.
There's a Camaro around here with a motor in it.
That there is. Fancy. Ba-ba-dum. Oh yeah.
The new grill is held on with the same retaining clips as the old grill, but it doesn't come with new ones, so we have to remove them from the old grill and install them onto the new grill first. The little spikes that lock them in there, if you bend them back a little bit, we'll just have to angle them back down, just push them down before we stick them on the new one so they bite back in.
Okay. There's probably other ways of doing it too.
That's not how you're supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Cover me in colors I can only see with you. I'd be better with another, but I always pick you. I try my best to fight it, can't deny it. Touches diamonds, and you're probably the reason that I'm so messed up too. I can't stop it, it's ugly, but honest. Got me tripping for the way you say my name, say my name, say my name.
Your grill's in. Things come together.
There's too many bellies in the way. That grill looks better though.
Yeah.
I like it.
Look at the look. You're probably one of those 38s, we can roll it in there and
Yeah.
just to see how it looks with the wheel size.
Yeah, I can do that. He's so little. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, we need the rims now, so we can put those on. When are those coming?
I know you're bad for me, but it makes no difference. No, no, I can't stop it. It's ugly, but honest. Got me tripping for the way you say my name, say my name, say my name. Wrong can still be right. People wanna tell me all the time that someday my prince will come, but if this ain't love, then I don't want it.
Let me grab one side. Yeah.
Your arms long enough?
Yeah.
You probably have to feed the wire through on his side.
Which way? There should be.
You got your net?
Yeah. Trying.
Cover me in colors I can only see with you. I'd be better with another, but I always pick you.
It's just so much black.
Almost needs to be purple.
Or even white would look alright, I think. What are the chances of talking them into that?
Surprise! And if you paint that one, you have to paint the back one.
And the top, and the mirrors,
Stop it.
and the cowl panel.
We do not.
Wiper arms.
Go to lunch.
Will they turn on?
What, 1 or 2 of them?
Don't record this, Phil. You getting that?
All I can see is like
I
a
know.
bunch of little dots.
And just think there's going to be 2 more in the front, and then 4 of the little square ones. 11.
That's
11
gonna be
lights.
great.
Plus the headlights.
Headlights look like they weren't even on.
Right.
I'm falling hard for you. I keep on waiting for the hurricane to come and wash the magic that you brought away. But somehow all the colors just keep getting brighter. Yeah, I'm feeling it more every
look better with the big tires. That's what I'm waiting for, is get the tires on it. Get it lifted up a little bit higher. I think that's what it needs. And you can't go wrong with Chad stickers though.
I think it looks pretty cool. Definitely 80s throwback-ish. Pink is my favorite color, Phil. Pink and blue.
It'll be where it's supposed to be. In some rich lady's garage. Or guy's garage, I don't care who buys it.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna be excited when they buy it, that's for sure. Shoot, maybe it should be me.
It's almost SEMA time. We're taking 2 this year. We're almost done. They're literally getting loaded up tomorrow evening, I believe. Plus we gotta do photo shoot, plus put some more stuff on, put the wheels, tires on. There's still a lot to do, but we're almost there. This thing's its thing, and this thing's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what people think about that. That's a twin turbo 32 roadster that we built. Runs, drives, it's actually a cool little hot rod. So Bronco's almost done, that's almost done, almost time to load up, so we'll see you in Vegas.
So how long have you known Justin?
Oh, probably going on about 10 years now. Since he was way back in his little bitty building by the train tracks. And now he's in this big, awesome building over here. It's been pretty awesome to watch, that's for sure. This was, call these a last second edition. Sometimes Justin needs a second to see inside of his brain, I think. So once he sees things, then he needs to see a few other things, and then voila. But it definitely needed something because it was an awfully big blob of white.
It's cool.
Aw, shucks.
I dig it.
I heard I just got some surfboards to wrap too that we're gonna put on there. I don't want to do that to myself, never mind.
Yep, it's still got to go up another 5 inches too, so not a lot of people are going to see it. Like, I'll never see it again.
Whoever buys it will see it if they're driving it. That's the key. Voila, and that's a wrap.
So my crew knocked this Bronco out just in time for SEMA. Take it on a quick little spin, load it up, ship it out to Vegas. I bet that sun reflecting off that would look cool.